Welcome, Gunrunner.
Hello everybody, Q&AK the Laird here, and I have a new free digital magazine review type video thing for you. I've been doing quite a lot of these on the channel, and I keep finding more and more and more to do. And just recently my eye was caught by this new one that's just come out. I did a new Spectrum one last time round called Break Space, which only had a couple of issues. And then I saw this one drop just after that called Intellivisions, a new digital fanzine. It says on the first issue, Winter 2024, but I've only just become aware of it, so it's new to me anyway. And actually, as I was waiting to do this video, another issue dropped, so that was really good. So, I mean, I became aware of it when they posted issue 3, and I know in these videos I usually start off looking at the website, because usually these fanzines and magazines have a website that goes with them. In this case, there is no website. They just upload them in different places. I mean, I became aware when issue 3 was posted in the Intellivision Revolution group on Facebook. I saw it there and downloaded it, and yeah, they also post them on Atari Age for download as well. There's probably other places where they post them, but that's where I became aware of them. But you can quite easily go and find them. So far, as I say, there are 4 issues. Obviously looking at all things Mattel Intellivision, which is quite cool. I have an Intellivision with a decent selection of games that I've looked at on the channel before. It's quite an interesting, quirky console, although I really don't like the controllers, I have to say. I say this all the time, but it's a shame because there's some really cracking games on the Intellivision, some really unique stuff that I really enjoy playing, like Night Stalker, Thin Ice, Beauty and the Beast is good actually. Great ports of stuff like Lock and Chase and Venture, and Tron Deadly Discs, of course, absolute must. I love that game so much. So yeah, lots of good games to play on the Intellivision. Thunder Mountain, there's another one that definitely needs a shout out. But I'll digress. Let's have a look at issue 1. So we'll have a quick look through the issues that are available. So we've got a nice sort of options thing. It's all very well presented. Some adverts and stuff for some homebrew things. And it goes into a comparison of all the different Burger Time ports, which is quite nice. I've done the same on this very channel. The 7800 version, I have to say, is the best there. Unofficial beef drop. If you're going to go on the official conversions alone, you're probably talking ColecoVision, aren't you, from the console ports. It is very good. Intellivision version is decent, though. Certainly a lot better than the horrendous Atari 2600 version, which is awful. So we've got some talk about emulation, comparing the recent homebrew port of Jungle Hunt on the Intellivision to the arcade game, kind of flashback, as a sort of a kind of advert thing about Imagic, kind of fake advert, and that's the end. So issue 1, very short, as you'll see, only 10 pages. So we'll go to issue 2. So I think, if I remember rightly when I was looking at these, that each one gets a little bit longer than the last one, which is good because that first issue is very, very short. So again, we go into an index. I didn't know there was a homebrew version of the Immortal for the Intellivision. That's really interesting. God, that's very ambitious project. That looks very cool as well, doesn't it? Thunderchild, I wasn't aware of that either. Time Pilot, that's a good port. I know of that one. And some other stuff like the homebrew Donkey Kong port is brilliant. DK Arcade, really, really good. Again, I think you're probably going to make the 7800 the winner there. It's a bit unfair comparing the 7800 with the Intellivision because it's a different generation. I'm not really sure why they're doing that, really. Video Pack is the same generation. 5200, I don't even think really is the same generation. I suppose it is, but technically speaking, but I don't believe it is. I believe it's a hardware evolution ahead of the Intellivision, but comparing with the 2600 and the ColecoVision, I suppose is fair. But mind you, the ColecoVision I put with the 5200, so I think it is more advanced again than I think it is a generation ahead. But I digress and getting bogged down in details here when we should be looking at the magazine. So again, we've got the arcade comparison there. This time it's Moon Patrol, or Space Patrol as it's called on the Intellivision. There's Frogs and Flies. 2600 versus Intellivision. You notice it's very visually heavy. There isn't a lot of text in this magazine at all, which is very strange because usually it's the other way round. So we've got a sort of bit on Activision, Turbo. That was a prototype, I believe. It's quite cool though. Clowns and Balloons. I didn't know they'd done a port of that. That's interesting. I quite like that game. Might have to look at that on the channel then, because there's some other versions of that. So yeah, that's another short issue, only 18 pages. Issue 3. Nice cover again, like an Intellivision box. So this one, we'll already see it goes up to 22. So as I say, each issue gets bigger than the last. Mr. Do coming soon. I thought there was already an Intellivision port of Mr. Do. Perhaps I'm misremembering that then. But I'm probably thinking of ColecoVision. Yeah, well, that's really weird that there was no Intellivision port of Mr. Do when I think about it. Because there's 2600 and there's ColecoVision, so why was there not Intellivision? Great game though, I love Mr. Do. Absolute classic. Buck Rogers, good game there. So that's a new homebrew as well then. So again, there wasn't an Intellivision version of that. Oh yeah, so that's another one that's good that they brought that to Intellivision then, because it's a good game. I really like Buck Rogers. Lock and Chase there. I was talking about that a minute ago. Great port on the Intellivision, really, really good. Massive fan of Lock and Chase on the Intellivision. One of those games I always go back to. I really enjoy it. The 2600 version is crap. Let's face it. So there's a little bit on the Intellivision flashback. Dig Dug, arcade versus Intellivision. Television version is good from what I remember. I played it for a while though. My go-to version of Dig Dug is probably the 7800 version. I love it. Night Stalker, love Night Stalker. Intellibattle, Demon Attack. Intellivision versus 2600. I love the 2600 Demon Attack. Because one of my friends had it when I was growing up, so I used to borrow it off him quite often, because I really like playing it. I didn't have it myself. But the Intellivision version is much better because it's got the boss. It's got much more to it. It's really good. Really good. A little bit about more Intellivision flashback, Intellisports, Intellivision Revolution, homebrew games there. Intellivision, that's really cool. It's like basically a port of Castlevania. It's incredible. E.T. I didn't know about that one actually. Super Mario Brothers, didn't know about that one. Heli, that's Hero. Ghost Sub's good fun. Didn't know they'd done Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's a few I didn't know about here actually. Frankenstein's Monster. Oh yeah, I think I have played that one actually. Keystone Cops, which is good. Missile Command, Galaxian Time Pilot, Copter Command. I've looked at on the channel. Sea Venture I've looked at on the channel. I looked at quite a lot of those in the channel. Some great games there. Smurfs, brilliant. Nova Blast is excellent. I really like that. Santa Blitz, I've never played that. That's quite cool. That's a good candidate for my Christmas video, isn't it? I think. Should try and remember that one. I didn't know about that game. So there we go. We go up to 22 there. Next issue is Pac-Man. That's nice. And we'll go to that final issue there, issue 4. So there we go. I've missed the cover out for some reason there. So we've got a nice pro wrestling style cover. That's very cool how they've done that actually. I like that. They've listed all the different characters. Try and work out how some of them are. That's quite obviously Hulk Hogan there, isn't it? Vic Vicious, is that Sid Vicious? Chief Big Thunder, Chief J Strongbow. Sheik of Slam, is that the Iron Sheik? Probably. It's quite easy to work out who some of these are, isn't it? Road Fighter, I did that on the channel just recently. Very good homebrew port of Konami arcade game indeed. Probably better known for the NES version and MSX, but the Intellivision version was really impressive. Very good indeed. And there's a bit more about Mr. Do I was saying about a minute ago. That looks like it's coming on quite nicely. Intellivision versus Pac-Man. So there we go. Intellivision version is pretty decent. Certainly a lot better than 2600. So on this one, they've shown loads of different versions of it. So that you've got the different the original 2600, 5200, 7800. That version's excellent. Obviously, Casey Munchkin, it's not the same game, is it really? It's a bit stupid putting that in there. Astrocade, which is actually an official Pac-Man port. They put Muncher, but it was actually an official Pac-Man port because Bally Midway at that time had the rights to Pac-Man even. But then when they sold the Astrocade rights, it had to be renamed to Muncher. The 8K homebrew for the 2600, which is very impressive indeed. ColecoVision version, excellent. Commodore version, excellent. VIC-20 version's okay. Apple II version is very good. TI-99 version is very good. Spectrum version is not very good. Spectrum version Ms. Pac-Man is very good though. So not the original Pac-Man, but Ms. Pac-Man. Arcade versus Intellivision for Defender. Defender on the Intellivision is excellent actually. In fact, years ago, I was asked to do be part of the live stream for, I think it was Intellivision Day, and it was for, was it Portland Retro Gaming Expo? It might have been, where they were live streaming on a big screen or something all day, and they asked me if I'd like to be part of it, and so I streamed me playing Intellivision games. I think it was for 2 hours, if I remember rightly. I could be wrong. It was quite a long time ago now that I did it, and I don't usually do stuff like that. I've never done live streaming or anything like that, but because I hadn't done it and I thought it was something new and I was free and able to do it, I went and did it. And actually, Defender was one of the games I played on that. I very, very vividly remember it being one of the games I played. I looked at some favourites of mine. Carnival, I know I looked at. I'm trying to remember now. I wasn't so familiar with the Intellivision catalogue as I am now, though, when I did that. I was quite new to the Intellivision, so it was more the games I discovered at that point. So I didn't do Thunder Mountain on it, unfortunately, but that was a game I discovered on my Intellivision exclusives video that I did a little while ago. I linked that down in the comments, actually. Maybe I should find that old live stream I did of Intellivision games, because I've probably still got it on my PC somewhere, actually. Maybe I should upload it and stick it on the channel at some point. Let me know if you'll be interested in seeing it. I can certainly do that. And here's some maps for Dungeons and Dragons. Is it for? Yeah, Swords and Serpents. There we go. Intellibattle. So that's Tron Deadly Discs. So you've got the Intellivision version there and the new sort of 5200 homebrew, which is really cool actually. Intellidiscs. It doesn't look that great, but it plays really well. And some more Tron games here from other formats. There's Mazatron, Deadly Disc rebooted, Solar Sailor, and I didn't know there's an NES homebrew of Deadly Discs. Oh, that's interesting. Atari 2600 one, I had that growing up. That's really good. Tomy Tutortron and Mattel Aquarius Deadly Disc, which is pretty good considering how rubbish the Mattel Aquarius is. Tron Legacy, that looks like a Berserk ripoff. I wasn't aware of that one. Tron Arcade 2600, I wasn't aware of that one either. Tron Light Cycles, the ColecoVision. There's loads of Tron Light Cycles games. Adventures of Tron on the Intellivision. There's an Adventures of Tron for Atari 2600 as well. I have it, it's very good. Commodore 64 Deadly Discs, I wasn't aware that existed either. That's new on me. I have looked at Deadly Discs quite a bit on the channel over the years. Talk about the new Tron Ares that's coming out, I guess. Intellivision back cover, Astro Smash. A new game there, Area Fighter, looks quite cool. Intellivision mock ideas, Pack and Chaser, combining Lock and Chase and Pac-Man. Very cool. Snowstalker, that's interesting. Doom, yeah. Outrun, that'd be interesting to see. Afterburner, I think that's beyond the Intellivision. But Outrun might be interesting if they could pull that off. Halloween games, that's cool. That always gives me some inspiration for my Halloween video that I do every year as well. Pumpkin games. It's interesting to see there, Pumpkin Castle by Nano Chess. That's looks like a port of the arcade game Hunchback, where they've basically done Hunchback, but with a Halloween theme. Pumpkin Bakery at the bottom looks a lot like Tapper. So that's interesting. So it definitely seems to be Tapper inspired, doesn't it? Coleco games for the Intellivision. I was mentioning Venture, actually, that's good. Ladybug's good. Carnival I love. Zaxxon not so good. The original Donkey Kong Donkey Jr. ports weren't very good at all. Mousetrap is pretty decent. Turbo's okay. Rocketeer, that's just a port of the Spellix Spectrum game Jetpack. Very good though. Pyramid Warp. Is that like a kind of Tutankhamun game, isn't it? Yeah, port of Tutankhamun. Mad Bomber, basically Kaboom. Tower Attack, that looks like Orc Attack, the Spectrum game. Though, looks like they ported that to Intellivision. I never knew they'd done that, so that's another one that's interesting to find out about. Super Pro Skiing, Pot of Gold. There's good old George Plimpton again. A new sort of arcade controller for the Intellivision. That looks good. A lot better than using the standard controllers, certainly. There's the wrestlers. Ric Flair, Thunderlips. It's a Road Warrior Animal, Road Warrior Hawks. They're giving them the real names there. Macho Man, Andreas the Giant. Oh, groan. So that scroll. What does that scroll over like that? It's a big Empire Strikes Back image. I'm not sure why that's messed up on here. Tell you strong iconic games in define Intellivision, but I haven't listed what all of them are. I think I know what most of them are though. But why that's so large and that's messed up on the PDF, I don't know. Intellivision wish list, Crush Roller there, that could work well. Puyan, that would work really well. I'm surprised no one's ported that. Triple Punch, that looks like a hack of Amidar to me. So it should be Amidar. Mr. Yo, Juno First is great. That would work well on the Intellivision, I think. Solar Fox, that's a classic. That game doesn't get enough love, Solar Fox. I love it. That would work really well on the Intellivision, I think. Time Warp. Here's some more from the 5200 that they could port over. Pepper 2, that's a ColecoVision game. That's great. That would be very welcome on the it says they're ColecoVision. No, it's that idiot. That'd be very welcome on the Intellivision. Oh, they've ported Ghostbusters in Intellivision now, have they? That's very cool to see. I didn't know about that. I'm not up on my Intellivision enough, obviously, that I haven't seen that they ported Ghostbusters. Because they did a BBC micro port quite recently as well. I love Ghostbusters. The 2600 version was brilliant. I had it on the Spectrum first, but I much preferred the 2600 version. Better music for a start. Really enjoyed playing it. And there's advertising the previous issues and some good other websites and stuff to go and look at if you like Intellivision. Some t-shirts you can order. There you go. Where to find Intellivisions, I was mentioning at the beginning of the video. There's different places where you can get it, so that mentions that there. A map for auto racing. Some more art. Next issue, Space Invaders Space Armada. Thank you for reading. So that's it. That's 53 pages. That one. Massive compared to the previous issues. They've obviously got a lot more people on board to help out with doing it. But I would like to see a bit more text, more, reviews and stuff like that, rather than it just being loads of pictures. That's my one criticism of it. But otherwise, it's a very nice fanzine that I recommend everyone go and check it out. I mean, after all, it's free, so why would you not, go and check it out? You've got nothing to lose, have you? And lots of games I didn't know about in here. Obviously shows that I'm not keeping up on the Intellivision scene enough, but I am more of a Atari guy. I've said this many times, but there is some cool stuff out there for the Intellivision. I need to take a look at some of the more of this on the channel, I think, at some point. But as always, I thank you for watching. This is my look at Intellivisions, and I'll see you all again for another video very soon. Bye bye.